Hey, this is Matt Philleo in the studio. Today doing my second video article. Originally an article posted on Steemit called Original Painting, Good Morning Little Brother. Enjoy as we switch over to the video article. Original painting, Good Morning Little Brother. Here's a 16 by 20 acrylic on canvas painting I was commissioned to do by a guy who wanted to give a unique anniversary gift to his wife. It's a picture of his two daughters and their new baby brother. I love the interaction between the girls and their little bro, and to be able to paint something like this from a candid photograph doesn't happen too often. Most of the photos I paint from are, the pose Polaroid style snapshot pics. And although they're nice, they're just not as interesting as this one. New life is amazing. I know this sounds cliche, but it seems like just yesterday when my wife and I were at the hospital experiencing the birth of our third child. And she just had her third birthday this week, actually, as well. But there were some complications at the onset. She was turned around the wrong way in the birth canal, causing my wife extreme pain and signaling a possibility of protracted labor. So we prayed. And soon enough, our baby flipped around the right way, and the delivery happened fairly quickly after that. What a relief. She didn't breathe right away, though. My two other children cried immediately after birth, but she was quiet. And the midwives hurried her over to the table to get her going. That was possibly the longest minute of our lives. When she finally did cry, we realized again the near miracle of this birth. Our daughter was over 11 pounds and 24 inches long. Now, she wasn't obese or anything. She just came out looking like a toddler. The nurses and the midwives were amazed that my wife gave birth to this large, healthy girl, all natural. Sometimes we men feel like useless bystanders during the birthing process. You realize your wife is doing all the work and you want to do something to help, but the most you can do is just offer a few overused remarks like, "You're doing great, honey. Don't give up." All the time knowing that the one part of your wife would like to rip out your voice box out of your neck and stomp it flat, and yet taking some comfort in knowing that the other part is glad you're there, even if you're actually accomplishing nothing to alleviate the pain. I did find something useful, though, that I could do this time around. Noticing how hot my wife's face was, I used the hospital data folder kind of as a fan, and she said it felt good. Once the baby is born and the pain has subsided, your wife is back to herself again. I think Jesus said it best. When a woman is giving birth, she has sorrow because her hour has come. But when she has delivered the baby, she no longer remembers the anguish for joy that a human being is born into the world. And that references John chapter 16, verse 21. Seeing a new life come into the world is a terrifying, beautiful process. The waiting, the anticipation, the frustration, the anxiousness, the joy of witnessing a child enter the world is a transaction that reminds you of the gift of life itself. Especially when a birth has complications, you realize that the doorway through which life emerges is enshrouded by the possibility of death. And that makes you appreciate the miracle of life all that much more. So with that, I'd like to again show you the 16 by 20 acrylic on canvas portrait, this painting that illustrates what I think is the best part of the birthing process. The time when your family and friends visit and share in the joy and the wonder of your beautiful new child. So delicate, so incredibly made, so perfect. This is a portrait commissioned by a man I met recently while doing portrait sketches at the Bushel and Peck apple orchard in Chippewa Falls, of course in Wisconsin, over the last couple of years. Now, he saw my portfolio and decided to have a painting done that he would give his wife as a gift. I say, good going, husband. Kind of puts me to shame. But anyhow, later on when he gave the painting to her, she just loved it. And this is what she wrote about it on Facebook. Eric had a painting done of my favorite photo for my birthday. I cannot believe how much this painting looks identical to the picture. I was so sad this photo was taken on an iPhone and couldn't be enlarged to a photo print. I couldn't be more in love with this. It will be cherished forever. What an absolute talent by a local artist, Matt Philleo. Fine art by Matt Philleo. I love the expression and the interaction of these children holding their new baby brother. It was fun to paint the different textures, the ridges in the baby's blanket, the hair, the softness of the pillows and the sheets. I really enjoyed doing this painting and creating a beautiful portrait from a photo. Now, here's a couple of in-progress shots. I start first with a solid sketch, and I try to make it as accurate as possible. Then I fill in the major values, areas of contrast, lights and darks. I work the whole painting at once. That way, I'm never intimidated by a section of white canvas that's not finished. And it gives the painting a unity as a whole when you work it all together. Now, here the painting's getting close to the finish line, but just a few more nuances, and then I call it done. And now the finished painting. And then finally, a close-up of the baby right here. Now, if you have any memories like this that you would like to capture in a special way with a unique painting, just let me know. I'd love to be part of the process. Meanwhile, I just would say, remember every moment of life. They're valuable and precious, and our little children have a way of reminding us of that. So hope you enjoyed this post. Have a blessed day, and I hope you enjoyed this video article as well. So God bless, and I'll be in touch.